The Real Mccoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real Mccoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Oh, Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real Mccoys.
Now, look, you get that back in there, just trim off the edge. Here's it, this. You just that round it off.
Right here? Right here?
Yes. Yeah. That's fine. Now, come on over here and get this and sort of just round it out. Well, come on, let's quit for now. I'm getting a crick in my neck.
Yeah. I'm commencing to stiff up myself.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't that Elroy Gardner coming this way?
Yeah, appears so.
Yeah, it must be our subscription to the Valley Town Gazette's run out.
I'll go talk to Elroy, Luke. You just sort of gather up these branches. That rubbish truck will be here long before you know it.
Yeah.
Hi, Elroy, yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, I came out to get an interview about those chicken thieves you had out here.
Chicken thieves? I ain't seen no chicken thieves.
You haven't? Well, I saw Peppino in town. He said the two of your prize pullets had mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, ain't nothing mysterious about that. They just snuck out through a hole in the fence, that's all.
But who cut the hole in the fence? That could have been chicken thieves.
Yeah, it could have been. Except when I found them roosting on the porch this morning, both of them.
Yeah, now look, and I thought I had a story.
Now, there's a county fair coming up in the church bazaar in 2 weeks.
Those aren't stories, Amos. That's just chit-chat. I mean news stories. Stories you can sink your teeth into. Stories like the Chicago Fire, the sinking the Titanic. Those are what I call stories.
Well, now, I'll tell you, Roy, the big story around here today is that the rubbish man will be here any minute.
The rubber. So long.
Well, it looks like we just made it, Grandpa.
Wrong.
What do you mean wrong? We tied it up and put it in cans, just like you said.
You've got ashes and bottles and cans and twigs all mixed up together.
But it's all rubbish, every last bit of it.
You can't mix combustibles with non-combustibles.
Combustibles my foot. It's just plain old everyday barrels of rubbish.
Like I told you, mister, rules and regulations. Don't fight it. Now, sort it all out, and I'll be back Friday.
No, Grandpa, no. No, you put the papers with the bottles.
Well, where does the bottles go, Luke?
And with the cans?
Cans? Well, I got the cans in with the ashes.
Oh, no, Grandpa. You got to keep the ashes separate.
So a man's got to have a college education to put out the rubbish.
Now, ain't all that bad, Grandpa. Now, look, there ain't no sense in giving up. We're so near finished.
Yeah. But it does kind of make a man wish for the old days when we was too poor to have any rubbish, don't it?
Well, it's just the way we left them. They ain't even been touched.
Well, now I had enough of this.
Look, here's a note.
Look, there just ain't no pleasing these people. First it's too loose, then it's too mixed up, and... Now what is it?
Too heavy.
Too heavy?
Yeah, it's over the 80-pound limit.
Well, now that does it. It's time we started fighting fire with fire.
What are you fixing on doing, Grandpa?
Burn it. Every goddamn bit of it.
Burn the rubbish? Oh, well, now, you can't do that, Grandpa. That's against the law.
Well, I ain't going to go against the law. I'm just going to sort of sneak around it.
Yeah, well, Mac McGinnis tried that until he got arrested, and they gave him a pretty stiff fine.
Yeah, well, Mac McGinnis ain't Amos McCoy. Besides, they can't find you unless they catch you now, can
Well,
they?
just wait a minute. Now, how are you figuring on staying uncaught?
Well, now, there may be a law against trash burning, but there ain't nothing says you can't have a cookout now, is there?
Grandpa, I just can't help feeling we're committing a crime.
Now, don't you worry your little head. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, there's a police car coming this way.
See, I told you we're in trouble.
All right. Do like I told you now. Come on, Kate. Pass out the paper plates. All right, Luke, start pouring the soda pop.
Pulling up, pulling up.
Just stand there. Do something. Look like you're hungry or something.
Are you the owner of this farm?
Yes, sir. Amos McCoy's the name.
Yeah, well, I'm Inspector Dugan of the Air Pollution Control.
Well, more power to you. Just having to send us a little outdoor supper. But you're welcome to join us. Hey, Kate, give the man a plate. There's nothing like having a little family cookout now and then, I ought to say.
Cookout?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking me to believe that this bonfire is a barbecue?
Well, don't it look like it?
Looks like a 4-alarm fire and a violation of the Air Pollution Code. Here,
What's this thing for?
a notice to appear in municipal court at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Ask a stranger in for supper and look at the thanks you get.
Mr. McCoy, you've been charged with burning trash in an unauthorized area. Violation of ordinance number 392, Air Pollution Code, section number 3. How do you plead?
Well, I plead cheated.
I beg your pardon.
I've been took advantage of.
Now, Mr. McCoy, the fact is you've broken the law.
Well, no law I ever heard of says you can't have a family barbecue.
The citation says that you were burning trash.
Well, some of it did catch fire, but it's no wonder the way that trash collector lets it pile up that way. Say, he wouldn't call it away no matter what I done. I piled it nice and neat, and I put it in cans, and I put it in boxes. And...
Mr. McCoy, I assume that your plea is not guilty.
Well, of course I ain't guilty.
The trial is set for 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. Bail will be $5.
Bail?
$5. You'll pay the clerk.
But I just done told you I ain't guilty.
The bail is merely to ensure your appearance in court.
Well, now, Judge, you tell me to be here, and I'll be here. You got the McCoy word.
Well, unfortunately, the law doesn't recognize the McCoy word in lieu of bail. $5.
Well, now, Judge, the McCoy word is worth a whole lot more than that.
Very well. You may have a chance to prove it. Bail is $10.
Well, I ain't going to pay it.
Bailiff, remand this man to custody.
No, sir, I ain't going to leave you pay the $10.
Well, Grandpa, I know once you made up your mind, there ain't nothing in the world's gonna change it.
Yeah, that's for sure. When McCoy set upon it, he just natural fights back.
Well, when are you coming home, Grandpa?
That ain't no telling. That judge seems to have a stubborn streak a yard wide.
Well, Luke, I guess we best be getting home. I want to get that ham in the oven.
Ham? You having ham tonight?
Mm-hmm. And candied sweet potatoes and green peas.
And apple pie, ice cream.
Well, don't stuff yourselves too much.
Well, it just won't taste the same without you stuffing along with us.
Sure won't.
Yeah, come on, Grandpa. Come on home with us.
Home? Well,
Over there.
Amos? Oh, Amos. I got here just as fast as I could. Amos, I just want to shake the hand of a man who's brave enough to stand toe-to-toe with City Hall and slug it out.
Grandpa, while you two are talking, why don't we just go pay your bail?
Yes, you do that. You go. I'll go. Pay. What do you mean, I'll pay the bail?
Well, Grandpa decided to come home with us.
You're not going to give up. You're not going to quit now. Well, gee, the paper's putting out a special edition about you.
special edition? About me?
Headlines and a big editorial and everything. Tomorrow morning, there'll be 987 readers staring at your picture on the front page. I rented a camera.
Well, much obliged, Elroy, but all we want to do is get Grandpa home.
Well, no, you can't do that. Don't you see, Amos McCoy has become the champion of the little people.
Well, I never thought of it that way, Luke.
You want Grandpa to stay in jail?
Kid, I know this incident may not seem important to you right now, But neither was the Boston Tea Party when that happened. And that fella, Alfred Dreyfus.
Did he have garbage trouble, too?
He was one of the great martyrs to the cause of justice. And so you see, kid, it's men like Alfred Dreyfus and Amos Mccoy who shape the course of history. So don't let the people down, Amos. Just don't do it.
Well, it ain't like a Mccoy to turn his back on history.
I knew we could count on you, Amos. Why, the Valley Town Gazette is going to be behind you 100%, all the way up to Supreme Court.
You hear that? It's Supreme Court.
Grandpa, you don't mean you're going to stay here?
Well, we can't quit now just when we're winning.
That's the spirit, Amos. We'll give them the old human interest angle. We'll play on their sympathy. So come on, let's get a picture, huh? Amos, get the stool. Get the stool. Let's sit right there.
You want me to smile?
Oh, no. Look pitiful. Put your head in your hands. Oh, that's fine. Now, Kate, I want you to put your head on Luke's shoulder and cry.
Oh, Grandpa, this is silly.
Do like he says, Kate. Do like he says.
That's right. Now, kid, I want you to reach out through the bars to your grandpa's head. No. Down on your knees and kind of...
Oh, now, Grandpa, this don't seem right at all.
Stop arguing, Luke. The press is awaiting.
Yeah, now, you just get over here a little bit closer, because I think you have to be closer for a picture. See, now, wait a minute. Oh, gee, that's a beautiful sight. Now, just kind of hold that, folks. There. Oh, this will tug at the heartstrings. Wait, oh, excuse me, I got a deadline to meet.
When can we see the picture?
As soon as I get it back from the drugstore.
The McCoy family has been deprived of its breadwinner. The violation of some petty ordinance will result in the family losing their farm.
What?
The streets will be their new home with the winter months coming up.
Heaven's sakes, where did Elroy get such a story?
Wait, listen to this here. It is also rumored that the McCoy children are withdrawing from school in order to search for employment.
It's a terrible thing to say. Well, you think we were starving or something. Phone again. Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Levinson. Oh, well, thank you very much. Really and truly, we don't need any. Thank you.
More chicken soup?
Somebody left another box of clothes on the porch.
Oh, now this is getting downright embarrassing.
I didn't have to know. To a friend in need from a friend indeed. Ain't that awful?
I tell you, if Grandpa was here, he'd blow right through the roof.
First time I was ever grateful Grandpa can't read.
And then he goes on to say that people should send us clothes and money for your bail.
First we get flim-flammed, and now we get stabbed in the back.
We've already got enough stuff at the house to open ourselves a store.
Well done, that lily-livered Elroy.
Well, it ain't gonna do no good to get mad at Elroy, Grandpa. The damage is done.
Well, look, we're just gonna have to undo it. Ain't nobody ever had to feel sorry for no McCoy. And you tell that no-good Elroy to write that us McCoys is as well off we can pay any fine that's thrown at me. And tell him to write we got money why we ain't even used yet. Tell that liar that this time he'd better write the truth. Almost.
Yes? Constable, Market. Oh, sure, send him in.
For Pete's sake, Ed, what are you trying to prove with this Amos McCoy fellow?
McCoy?
The farmer you threw in jail.
Oh, yes, McCoy. Well, what could I do? He refused bail. I had to hold him over for trial.
Well, of course he refused bail. He hasn't got a dime. Look, they're going to foreclose on his farm. His family's going on relief. It's all over the front page.
Valley Town Gazette, huh?
Yes, and every other paper in the area is picking up on the story. My phone has been ringing all morning.
Now, Everett, you don't think this is really important?
No, of course it's important.
Well, what do you expect me to do? The man's accused of breaking the law.
I can level with you, can't I, Ed? You're a judge. You're in office practically for life. I'm a councilman. I've got to walk on eggs from election to election. Everything that happens in my district is my fault. And let's face it, Ed, I'm not that popular. And for heaven's sakes, you know how touchy this rubbish issue is. This is state capital stuff. And I don't want to monkey with state capital stuff.
All I can promise you is that McCoy will have a fair trial tomorrow morning.
Can't you do better than that?
Well, also bear in mind that he can't afford a large fine. Hello? Call from you from the state capitol.
You see, Ed? You see how this sort of thing can mushroom? You haven't seen me.
Sorry, I haven't seen him. Everyone will have his eye on this trial tomorrow. I better get a haircut. Now, if the gentlemen of the press will take seats, we will proceed. Mr. McCoy, are you represented by counsel?
How's that?
Do you have a lawyer?
I don't need no lawyer. I can do my own talking.
Now, the court will provide you legal counsel free of charge.
No, God darn it. I'm sick and tired of people trying to give me things. If I wanted a lawyer, I'd have bought me one.
Very well. The accused will conduct his own defense.
Much obliged, Judge.
Now, the question before the court appears to be the allegation that the accused was burning trash in direct violation of Ordinance 392, Air Pollution Code. The defense contends the accused was conducting a barbecue. Now, the court will concede the possibility that the barbecue could burn out of control and accidentally pollute the air. That is to say, it is possible. Taking all these circumstances into consideration and the fact that this is your first offense, the court will willingly accept your plea of not guilty and let you go with a warning.
Yeah, thank you, Judge, but no thanks.
Mr. McCoy, perhaps you didn't understand. I'm letting you go. There will be no fine.
I told you I don't want nothing for free. And besides that, I changed my mind about not being guilty.
I don't understand.
Well, I ain't not guilty. I am too guilty.
Mr. McCoy, you understand, if you change your plea to guilty, the court has no alternative but to insist that you pay a fine.
Well, that's fine with me, Judge, because us McCoys can afford it. Which just proves you can't always believe everything you read in the newspapers.
Oh, Mr. McCoy, I realize that you're a man who can meet his responsibilities. You're a man of pride.
Judge, I'm a McCoy, and I'm proud of it. Now, I said I was guilty of breaking the law no matter how ridiculous the law is. So if you just find me, well, I'll pay right up.
Well, Your Honor, in consideration of the issues involved, might I address this court as amicus curiae?
The court is familiar with the special qualifications of Councilman Merkin, and in view of the peculiar circumstances here involved, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Everett P. Merkin, M-E-R-K-E-N, councilman from Mr. McCoy's district, a district made up of people of the soil. I know what a lonely, bitter struggle it is for one man to fight bureaucracy. It takes courage for a man to stand up and be counted when the chips are down.
Your point is well taken, Councilman Merkin. Just what do you propose?
Well, Your Honor, whether or not Amos McCoy is right or wrong is the decision of the court. Not mine. But as a member of my district and a citizen fighting for what he believes to be right, I ask to stand beside him shoulder to shoulder and share his responsibilities. I ask the court's permission to pay Amos McCoy's fine.
court has no objection and thanks Councilman Everett P. Merkin for his generosity.
But just a second now, Judge. I want to thank Mr. Burton for what he's done.
Merkin.
Excuse me, but I'd like to get this straight once and for all. I'm going to pay my own fine.
But, Mr. McCoy, there's no need. Mr. Merkin's...
I know. Like I said, we ain't looking for no charity. I can afford to pay 3 or 4 of them fines.
Mr. McCoy, you've pled guilty to violation of Air Pollution Code number 392. The court fines you the sum of $25.
Well, now, Judge, that's a nice, round, respectable sum.
I've seen proud, honest men before, but this beats all. This is what I call a story.
Mr. McCoy?
Yes?
You will go with the bailiff, pay the clerk.
Yes. Mr. Councilman, I just want to thank you for your offer a few minutes ago.
Well, Mr. McCoy, as a voter in my district, I want you to know you may always count on me.
Well, you're a fine fella, and I feel kind of bad about turning you down like I done.
You're a proud and forthright man.
Well, thank you, but times I get a bit selfish, too, so seeing as how much it means to you, I've decided to leave you pay the fine. You don't thank me, you just pay the clerk.